In the misty highlands of ancient Japan, where cherry blossoms whispered secrets to the wind, lived a young samurai named Kenji. He was barely 20, with fire in his eyes and a katana at his side that had yet to taste true battle. Kenji dreamed of glory, of becoming a legend like the warriors in the old scrolls, unyielding, fierce, a storm of steel. But his heart was wild, untamed, driven by raw ambition rather than purpose. He trained under Master Hiroshi, an elder ronin whose blade had carved paths through wars long forgotten. Hiroshi saw potential in Kenji, but also the flaws: impatience, distraction, a mind that wandered like autumn leaves. One fateful dawn, as fog clung to the dojo like a shroud, Hiroshi summoned Kenji. "Boy," he said, his voice steady as mountain stone, "true strength isn't in the swing of your sword. It's in conviction, the unbreakable belief in your path, discipline, the chain that binds chaos into focus, and mindfulness, the eye that sees the world as it is, not as you wish it to be. Prove these or perish as a fool." Kenji nodded, gripping his hilt, but his thoughts raced ahead to imagined victories. That very night, word spread through the village. A band of rogue warriors, led by the brutal warlord Akira, had descended from the northern peaks. They pillaged temples, slew the innocent, and sought to claim the sacred valley for their dark ambitions. Akira wielded a cursed katana, forged in shadowed flames, said to devour the souls of the defeated. The villagers begged Hiroshi for aid, but the master turned to Kenji. "This is your trial. Face them alone or die trying." Kenji's blood surged. Finally, a chance to shine. He set off at sunrise, his armor gleaming under the rising light, katana strapped tight. The path wound through dense bamboo forests, where shadows danced like hidden foes. Kenji's mind buzzed with fantasies of triumph, but mindfulness eluded him. He ignored the subtle signs: a snapped twig, a hushed breath. Suddenly, an ambush erupted. 3 ronin leaped from the undergrowth, their blades whistling through the air like vengeful spirits. The first charged with an overhead slash, aiming to cleave Kenji in two. He parried instinctively, steel clashing in a shower of sparks. But his stance was sloppy, driven by ego. The second flanked him, thrusting low for his gut. Kenji twisted, his katana slicing a shallow gash across the attacker's arm, but pain shot through his side as a glancing blow landed. "Focus," he growled to himself, echoing Hiroshi's words. In that chaos, he forced his breath to steady, mindfulness taking root. He saw the third ronin's feint, a deceptive swing meant to draw him out. With disciplined precision, Kenji waited, then countered with a fluid Aijutsu draw, his blade flashing from sheath to strike in one seamless motion. The ronin fell, clutching his throat. The first lunged again, but Kenji's conviction held. He believed in his training, not just his strength. He dodged, spun, and delivered a horizontal cut that ended the fight. The second, wounded, fled into the mist. Kenji stood panting, bloodied but alive. "One step," he muttered, wiping his blade clean. The encounter taught him, without mindfulness, even skill was blind. Deeper into the mountains, the air grew colder, the path treacherous with jagged rocks and swirling winds. Akira's camp loomed ahead, a fortress of tents and bonfires, guarded by elite swordsmen. Kenji crept close under cover of night, his heart pounding. Discipline demanded stealth. Conviction pushed him forward. He overheard Akira boasting to his men, "The valley will bow to me. No samurai's code can stop raw power." Kenji's rage flared, but he breathed deep, mindful of his purpose, not vengeance but protection. He infiltrated the perimeter, silent as a shadow. A sentry spotted him, and the alarm rang out. Swords drawn, 5 warriors encircled him in the flickering firelight. "Foolish pup," one sneered, "your master sends a boy to die." Kenji centered himself, katana raised in a classic kendo stance. The first 2 attacked in unison, one high, one low. He blocked the overhead with a resounding clang, then pivoted with disciplined footwork to evade the sweep. His counter was swift, a rising cut that disarmed the first, followed by a thrust that pierced the second's shoulder. The remaining 3 pressed harder, their katanas a blur of deadly arcs. One wielded a nadachi, its long blade sweeping wide to keep Kenji at bay. Another darted in with quick iaido strikes, testing his defenses. Kenji's mind stayed present, noticing every shift. The nadachi user's overcommitment, the iaido fighter's predictable rhythm. With conviction in his blade's edge, he feinted left, drawing the nadachi into a wild swing. As it missed, he closed in, his katana clashing against the longer sword in a grind of metal. Pushing off, he spun into a whirlwind strike, severing the warrior's grip. Now two left, they coordinated, a pincer attack, blades crossing like dragon fangs. Kenji dropped low, mindful of the ground's uneven terrain, and rolled aside. Coming up, he unleashed a disciplined flurry, parry, riposte, advance. His katana sang through the air, blocking one strike and countering with a slash that felled the first. The last warrior roared, charging with a desperate overhead. Kenji met it head-on, their blades locking in a test of will. "Your chaos ends here," Kenji whispered, conviction burning bright. With a surge of focused strength, he twisted, disengaging and delivering a final, precise cut across the chest. The camp fell silent. Akira emerged from his tent, his cursed katana glowing with an eerie red hue. Impressive, well, but power crushes ideals. He was a giant of a man, scarred and merciless, his strikes heavy as thunder. The duel began under the moon's cold gaze. Akira's first swing shattered a nearby boulder, the force sending tremors through the earth. Kenji dodged, his lighter frame an advantage, but the warlord's blade hungered, pulling at Kenji's resolve like a vortex. They clashed katana against cursed steel, sparks illuminating the night like falling stars. Akira pressed with brutal overheads and sweeping arcs, each blow meant to end it. Kenji parried, but the impacts jarred his bones. "Give in," Akira taunted. "Your principles are chains." Doubt flickered in Kenji's mind, but he silenced it with mindfulness. "Feel the grip on your hilt, the breath in your lungs, the enemy's pattern." Akira favored power over finesse, telegraphing his might. Discipline held Kenji steady. He circled, waiting for openings, conviction fueling every step. This wasn't for glory, but for the valley's peace. Akira overextended on a massive downward strike. Kenji sidestepped, his katana flashing in a precise counter that sliced across the warlord's arm. Enraged, Akira unleashed a barrage, the cursed blade whistling with soul-stealing fury. Kenji met it with focused blocks, each clash a lesson in endurance. Finally, in a moment of perfect awareness, he saw the flaw. Akira's guard dropped after heavy swings. With a disciplined Aijutsu draw, Kenji struck true, his blade piercing through the warlord's defenses, ending the tyranny in one clean thrust. Akira crumpled, the cursed katana dimming as it fell. Dawn broke as Kenji stood victorious, the rogue band scattering in defeat. Returning to the dojo, Hiroshi awaited. "You have learned," the master said. "Conviction gives you direction, discipline forges your will, mindfulness reveals the truth. Without them, even the sharpest blade is dull." Kenji bowed, forever changed, a samurai not of legend, but of quiet strength. And in that valley, peace bloomed like eternal spring, a reminder that true warriors conquer themselves first.